this is Miss Marissa with the Bucks County Audubon Society, and today we are going to talk about the amazing science of snowflakes. So when we make a paper snowflake, did you know that there's actually some science involved in how to create these beautiful six-sided pieces of ice, or paper in this instance? Let's find out how. During the winter, when precipitation is coming down out of the clouds, it's all super cold up there and it's going to freeze by the time it falls down slowly to the earth, and that's where we get snow. But did you know temperature and humidity are really important in creating the overall shape of a snowflake? Like this. Snowflakes are always six-sided and they're always symmetrical. So when making a paper snowflake, you're going to want to make sure that your paper is going to reflect those scientific shapes. Based on how high the temperature is or how high the humidity is, will determine the overall shape of your snowflake. For example, if it's really high temperature, you might have some melting going on in there and your snowflake might only be very small. If you have really dry weather, there's not going to be a lot of moisture able to cling and make the snowflake grow. So you might have a very simple shaped snowflake. Each snowflake is going to be falling in the sky at slightly different rates and collecting moisture at different rates as well. That's what creates the unique designs and shapes of each of our snowflakes. So when you're cutting your snowflake and you're creating your paper decorations for the holidays, keep that in mind as well, that every snowflake is going to be a little bit different because everyone falls in slightly different ways, and that's okay. Now we're going to start with the fun part, the folding part of our snowflake. Because we want it to be symmetrical, we need it to fold symmetrically. So take a square piece of paper and fold it into a triangle. Now that you have your triangle, we need to get 6 arms, which means we need our paper in thirds. Create another triangle by folding it in half again, and then fold your snowflake into thirds by taking one corner, folding it up, take the other portion here, and fold it over top. You're going to create almost what looks like a cone or a reindeer, 2 little antlers. Then take scissors and just cut along the flat line here to get rid of those extra points. Now we have a flat ice cream cone. Then you can cut any sort of design. Keep in mind, if your snowflake is going to be in a higher temperature environment or a low humidity environment, what your snowflake might look like. You can always be inspired with pictures that you find online to think about what your snowflake should look like. You can create a whole bunch of them and then discuss what sort of environment did this snowflake fall in. But let's get to cutting. I want to make my snowflake very intricate with lots of detail on the arms. So that might have fallen in a high humidity, low temperature environment. Once you've finished cutting out all of your details and your shapes, now you can unfold it and see what sort of snowflake you, the cloud, has created. Ta-da! While the arms of my snowflake aren't necessarily detailed, and you can't exactly see each individual arm, you can definitely tell that it is a 6-sided snowflake. Now you can cut out all sorts of different shapes to create a whole winter wonderland.